Now, of course, when we look at our populations, Gauteng populates nearly 13 million people. Can you believe it? And they all need a place to stay. So with so many neighborhoods to choose from, where do you even begin? Well, of course, private property makes it a lot easier than ever before with their website, where you can explore all of the different neighborhoods, not just in Gauteng, but across the whole of South Africa. And today we've got CEO Simon Bray to tell us a little bit more about a very hot property, Centurion.
We're talking location, location, location today, and of course, shining a spotlight on all the amazing neighbourhoods we have all around the country. Now, located between Pretoria and Midrand, we find Centurion. Today, we have private property CEO Simon Bray joining us in studio to tell us more about this neighbourhood. Is this neighbourhood for the business type, or can you settle down with a family and call it home? If you are looking for that perfect neighbourhood, simply head over to Private Property's website and find all the neighbourhood information you might need. Simon, so good to have you in studio again.
Good to see you, yeah.
So when we think about Centurion, what kind of person will I find there, and is it a really great neighborhood?
Yeah, Centurion's actually a fascinating story for me because when you think the Gauteng property market, you really think of Johannesburg and some of the key areas in Johannesburg, and then you think of Pretoria. But Centurion's really emerging between the two as Gauteng's third city. So much growth, so much development happening there. And I mean, to your question about who lives there, a lot of first-time buyers, a lot of families moving into the area, and it just offers so much. You know, you've got great outdoor living opportunities. You're really close to work, whether you work in Johannesburg or in Pretoria, because you're along that main access of the highway there, so it makes a lot of sense. Gautrain, it plugs into Centurion as well. So it just, from a commute time and from a lifestyle perspective, it makes a lot of sense to live in Centurion.
But of course, we all want to know, what does the property market look like in Centurion?
Yeah, as I said, it's a growth story in Centurion. A lot of new developments, and I think that's great as well. When someone's looking for a home, you get the choice of buying an established house, one that's been there for, say, 20, 30 years, and perhaps you've got problems with the roof, perhaps you'll have problems with the plumbing. But what's really great about buying into new developments is you know exactly what you're getting. You've often gotten to choose the finishes, choose the paint color. You've seen the house being erected, so you know what the build and construction finishes are like. So, buying in a new development has a lot of perks, and Centurion's been driven a lot by that. New complexes coming up, estates coming up, but still very affordable, and I think that's what's driving the market in Centurion, is just how easy it is to get into the market as a first-time buyer when you're looking for that move from your kind of bachelor days to your first family pad. Centurion's a great market to look at.
Wow, that really is assuring to know. Now, you did mention it a little bit earlier on when we talk about commuting, because let's be honest, there's a lot of that happening, especially between Johannesburg and Pretoria. Is Centurion the perfect middle way?
Johannesburg is more and more about your commute time. Lots of people make the joke about traffic and sitting in traffic, but the reality is you can lose 2-3 hours of your day going between your business and home. So you don't really want to get stuck in that. And Centurion offers a lot of options when it comes to commuting. If you're working in Pretoria or Johannesburg, you're pretty close to both of them. Yeah. You're right in the middle. That northern side of Joburg, between Joburg and Pretoria, is just booming. And with that is coming new investment in roads. The Gautrain also makes a stop, as I said, in Centurion, so that's really convenient for people that may be near the station. Getting to the airport is a dream, so it really is a good option when you're looking to try to unplug from that traffic hustle.
Lastly, is it better to rent or buy?
Now, this is a good question, because if you just look at the statistics in Centurion, the property rentals are not that expensive, so you can get a great home in a complex. You've got the safety, security, you've got all that great access I was talking about, and you're paying 15,000 Rand a month, which is excellent. But I would buy. I think the market is going to grow a lot. It's in a boom phase now, which means a lot of properties on the market. There's a great amount of supply in Centurion. But what's going to happen is, as soon as that supply starts to slow, the prices are going to leap up. So you could buy a great 2-3 bedroom house in Centurion for around about 2 million Rand, and that's what I would be doing.
And then we can't end without the Simon Bray tip of the day.
Centurion is an excellent growth market, probably one of the biggest growth markets in South Africa. So if you can get involved in the market, you should do it right now.
Thank you so much, Simon, for joining us. Well, all you have to do is simply log on to www.privateproperty.co.za and let them guide you through the right neighbourhood for you.
Whether it's your first apartment in the city, a trendy suburban townhouse, or that dream family home on a golf estate, there's a home for everyone on Private Property.